Mississippi State University's College of Business creates connections that can change lives with more than $2 million available in scholarships next year. Take advantage of the top research institution in the state. Professors have practical experience in their field, and students have the opportunity to work on live projects with partner companies. Earn your MBA online in as few as 10 courses from U.S. News & World Report's Top 100 program. Give your business career a head start. Visit business.msstate.edu to learn more.
Welcome to another episode of the Bulldog Business Show. This is a show where we talk to people who are key and important stakeholders of the College of Business here at Mississippi State University, and hopefully share with you some more information that you may not have known about your College of Business. So today I'm thrilled that we've got Adam Scott, who's the director of our PGA Management Program, to tell us a little bit about his program and what his students are doing. So Adam, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on, and excited about school being back in session, football season starting this weekend. There's a lot of excitement in Starkville and in McCool Hall.
Yes, there certainly is. So, well, I like to start these conversations just by learning a little bit more about you. You know, tell us a little bit about your story and what led you here to Mississippi State in this particular role.
Yeah, so I grew up in North Alabama, and admittedly a fan of a school that's about an hour east of here, but came and visited as a junior in high school to Starkville, Mississippi. Starkville matched my hometown, and so there was some comfort there. And there was a very apparent, close-knit group of community and people. And obviously I was a huge golfer. So having this program, the PGA Golf Management Program, roughly 3 hours from where I grew up, was something that when I discovered it, it was sort of, there was no question as to what I was going to do. And every time I visited and every time my parents came over here, we just fell deeper and deeper in love with Starkville. Came here in 2003 as a freshman, graduated in 2007, started working for the program immediately following, earned an MBA, and have really been in education ever since. So it's funny to be a golf professional, to have picked this sort of niche education way of being a PGA professional. But I've been very lucky that the game of golf has given me everything. It gave me a career. It's how I met my wife. It's how I make a living. It's how I impact people. And it's funny to think in the August of 2003, I wouldn't have told you that I would still be in Starkville 21 years later.
Wow. Well, we are thrilled that you are still here in Starkville. So let's start with the basics. PGA Management. What is that? What is that program? We hear we've got a PGA program. We've got this golf program as part of the College of Business. Is that part of the golf team here at Mississippi State? What is PGA Management for those who are watching who aren't familiar with this type of program?
So the PGA of America is the largest organized sports membership community in the world. Over 30,000 men and women golf professionals. In the 70s, they decided, we need to be training people through colleges to become golf professionals, because golf professionals are truly businessmen and women first. That's what they're running a golf course. They're affecting their bottom lines. And the first program that was accredited by the PGA of America was Ferris State in Michigan. Mississippi State came about 10 years later in 1984, 85. There were some key stakeholders here, some important Mississippi golf-related people that decided Mississippi State's the place for this. We had a solid College of Business. There was a good turf management program. We had our own golf course. There were a lot of things in place that the PGA of America said Mississippi State could be one of the next programs. Since then, the PGA currently has 16 accredited PGA Golf Management universities. We've been the second oldest program, a little over 850 graduates. They live in 43 states, 4 foreign countries. We've got graduates all over the country. It's hard to really go to a golf-related event and not come across somebody wearing maroon. Now, the PGA Golf Management Program is simply what it is. Bachelor of Business Administration and Marketing with a concentration in PGA Golf Management. So the students take roughly 7 or 8 golf-related courses as well as all their business courses. So being a part of that community, our students learn the business side of regular business. They take finance, they take marketing, they take accounting classes, but the golf classes augment that curriculum and allow them to get into subject matter that they're going to experience at golf courses or in golf-related fields. Currently, the program is made up of 110 students from 26 different states, and we've got 1 Canadian in the program. So there's a ton of students that come from all over the country to come into this program because there's so many attractive features to coming to Mississippi State and going through this program. But our ultimate goal is simply put, to get them through this 4.5-year program. That includes 16 months of internship. They've got to go out and work at specific golf courses all over the country and in some cases in other countries. And they get real world experience. It's funny, our freshman class, we just had our first assignment. Their first assignment's a resume. We had them write a resume their first class because we're career oriented from day one. They start interviewing for internships in October. 18 years old, coat and tie, business attire, full-blown job interviews because they're getting ready for an internship that's coming in 10 months. So the internship component's a huge component. And then really the last part is really the playing golf part. There's a curriculum the PGA provides, we have to follow, but they're also expected to be accomplished players. So our students have to have a certain competency in the game of playing and teaching before they can ever get even accepted into the program. So we are taking golfers who desire to make it a career, and hopefully the College of Business prepares them for what they're going to do in their business side, but understanding that they're affecting people through the game. That's really what we do. I mean, I'm so blessed to realize that my life is golf. It's a game. Okay, I'm not solving the world's problems. We are taking care of people, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So one of the you mentioned that business side, but also you got to be a good golfer to be part of this program. How do students find you? How do they find this program, or how do you go out and attract them and bring them? Because I'm sure a lot of them have opportunities to play golf in college as well.
Absolutely. You know, the marketing and recruiting side of things are really unique when it comes to our program. Number one, our graduates and students that are out on internship, that's our best marketers. That's word of mouth, that's 101. They are the ones that people see and they're like, wait a minute, you went to college for golf? Like, why have I not heard of this? So it kind of has this unique feeling of if you know, you know. And if you're in the know of golf, you know Mississippi State. Now, we will attend high school and junior golf tournaments in the Southeast, ones we can kind of be involved in. We certainly have realized the power of Instagram. The young people right now and their parents follow us and see what we're doing, and they see the fun we're having, and they're like, well, I'd like to be a part of that. But for the most part, we're looking for accomplished players that potentially have decided maybe college golf is not for me. And there's any number of reasons why somebody might not pursue an athletic career. I myself, would have looked towards junior college golf at some community college nearby, but it really kind of felt like, I want to take a bigger step. I want to go to a bigger school. I want to go do this instead. But for the most part, we are approaching some of those larger junior tours, and our graduates, they'll call us and say, hey, there's a member of my club and his son or his daughter wants to come talk to you. So our graduates are so instrumental because they love this place so much, and they'll be like, you need to go visit Adam at Starkville. You need to go to Mississippi State and see what's going on down there. That is our biggest marketing effort right there.
Yeah, that's great. The other piece of this program, we haven't spent much time talking about yet, is the golf course.
Absolutely.
And you've got a fantastic team of professionals helping you with the golf course that plays a key role in your program as well. They do more than just helping, the dean of the College of Business with his golf swing, which I've become a much better golfer since I've been here. So I do thank your team for that. But tell us a little bit about the staff and the golf course.
I think other than talking about our students' successes and what they get to do, my other favorite topic is talking about our people. We have such an incredible, I am so fortunate to get to work with the people that I work with in Erica Scott, our associate director, Heather, our program assistant, and then out at the golf course, Tim Basil, our head golf professional, Nate Kitson, our assistant professional, and our agronomy staff as well. But if you start talking about just those two PGA members out at the golf course, Tim and Nate, they're both classic PGA Golf Management graduates. Tim's a 98 graduate who came from Northern Illinois, grew up a huge Badger fan, and just, I'm going to Mississippi, knowing never visited, just came to school.
Yep.
Nate Kitson, another one, Springfield, Illinois, came down here, fell in love, could not leave this place. they play a unique role because, quite frankly, they can see our students more than I do sometimes. The students are at the golf course a lot. So Tim and Nate have a good opportunity to spend time with them, coach them up, mentor them as they see them on a more regular basis than I do just inside the classroom. So they play a very unique role when the students do right things and do incorrect things and say, hey, let's correct this behavior. Or, hey, what you're doing, let's keep doing more of that, because the real world operates this way. Because Tim and Nate come with outside experience, and they come with different experiences at different golf courses that they have brought to the golf course. And then ultimately, you talked about the teaching aspect of it. Tim and Nate and Erica are really the three most important people in Oktibbeha County teaching the game of golf. If you're not getting a lesson from them, I don't know who you're working with, because they three are really driving the junior golf, all the public people that really want to learn the game, the beginners, the best players. I think Erica has said her youngest is 4 years old, her oldest is 83. She teaches everybody, so anybody who wants to learn, the MSU Golf Course is such a massive benefit to not only the program but our community. Starkville, we start looking at the fact that, look, there's plenty of activities on campus. There's plenty of things to do in Oktibbeha County, trails and riding and tennis, and we know pickleball's getting busy. But golf has been so popular the last 4 or 5 years, and the MSU Golf Course has really filled a spot for people to enjoy recreation that can just enjoy the game. Period.
Yeah. We got about a minute left. What is your vision for the future of this program?
Continued growth and improvement. I owe it to our graduates and the people who came before me. I'm the 5th director of this program, and I owe it to them to continue to push the needle and make sure that those graduates and those stakeholders can look and say, I'm proud of what they're doing. As we continue to honor those and continue to put out great, well-trained golf professionals into the field, that is my duty. And how do we do that? We continue to improve. We continue to grow. We continue to make sure we hold true to our values and what the golf world expects and what our graduates expect.
Great. Well, there's a lot of great things going on with the program there. One of the things that I'll pitch, here as we wrap things up. You mentioned the golf course. It's a beautiful course. I've enjoyed playing. I've heard great things about it. But one thing you didn't mention is the clubhouse, the apparel. If you are looking for your MSU gear, they're always refreshing the merchandise that they've got. A lot of times at these shows, you say, wardrobe provided by such and such. Well, my wardrobe was provided by the MSU Golf Shop.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that. So check out the golf shop online. You can shop online. You can come into the store. If you're in town for a game, stop on out at the golf course. They'd love to see you and love to get you connected. So with that, thank you, Adam, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, it's a pleasure. Thank you all for joining us again for another Bulldog Business Show, and we'll see you next time.
Mississippi State University's College of Business creates connections that can change lives with more than $2 million available in scholarships next year. Take advantage of the top research institution in the state. Professors have practical experience in their field, and students have the opportunity to work on live projects with partner companies. Earn your MBA online in as few as 10 courses from U.S. News & World Report's Top 100 program. Give your business career a head start. Visit business.msstate.edu to learn more.